Hi, Anna here with another Sketchmas video. Hope you guys are enjoying them so far. Today's character is Maurie, or yeah, that's how you pronounce her name. Yes, I'm still meeting Maurie. Like I have this thing with my characters where I let them run loose in a sense. Like I do some basics and then I see where they go. Like, you know how when you plant something, until a point what's gonna happen. Like, you know that it will grow a little bit, but then you don't really know what will happen. Will it grow bigger? Will it not grow bigger? Will it die out? So this is what I do with my characters. I sort of plant a few things. Like Maury is a collapse, I'd say, of a few people in my life. And I'm really curious if I combine their characteristics, what will happen if it's like in one character. So she's, I would describe her as my bubbliest character. Like, I'm not a really, I don't want to say I'm not a fun person to be around with. Okay, I'm trying. I'm trying here, but Maury is. I would classify her like an Emily in Paris character. Like she's a little bit out of this world, and she's a little less human than all of my other characters. Like she's the least connected to humans. And well, she's not a guardian angel. She's not a full-blown angel. She's sort of a demoted angel, sort of. Like she did a few mistakes, and they kinda sent her to the back end, I'd say. Yeah, that's how I would put it. Like, she needs to make shit right now. Like, when they send you to detention, well, my character, Lou, and Lexi, they're sort of Maury's detention. And she has to she has to maintain the situation okay, because when several non-human beings collide, usually there's some shit goes down. Okay, so I needed a medium, someone with slightly more self-control, but like I do have Thierry, but he's like a male character, okay? So he's kind of disregarded by the girl group. And he's one of my only male characters, so he's heavily disregarded. Like he doesn't have a backup voice when they vote. And that leads to a lot of questionable situations. If you have girlfriends, you usually know how that like if you gather together and you go somewhere, shit will go down, okay? Especially if like one of you had a bad day or two of you had a bad day, or if one of you had an extremely good day, okay? Or if you're going on a girl trip or whatnot. Whatever happens, it's like, let's do this, and shit goes down. And it's not always bad, okay? But Maureen needs to make sure it's always in the sense of not destroying the planet, like that kind of thing. I need to work more on her character in terms of show more of her background, come up with like a huge background story. I really want to work on the backgrounds of all of my characters, obviously, but like Lexi kind of has a background. Lou has a whole storyline of a background. Thierry has a background. Obviously, my original character, well, yeah, I've been her my entire life. She has a background. But with Maury and Newbie, which you'll see in the next video, okay? don't really have a background yet. They're one of my newest, like, they're not my newest characters, but they're like a revision of the angel characters I created before. And newbie, by the way, is Maurie's younger sister, who just tagged along. She's not a full-blown angel yet because she's too young, so she kind of tagged along with her sister to see how the job's done, and like bring your kid to work day, sort of. But it ended up not being one day. So I can't say Maurie's having fun, but like I need to show you guys some comic strips of how Maurie acts and how she behaves. She's the older sister to everyone, in a sense. Like, this is how I imagine having an older sister. Kinda, sort of. Never had one, so... Well, I kinda have an older cousin, but does that really count? Yeah. So, despite everything, obviously, Maurie's a good friend to the rest. And she's still fun. She's just more sensible, more grown up in that non-fun way, which we believe adults are when we're kids. Okay, so she's there to be the mommy when bad shit happens. She's there to be the responsible adult when everyone is about to do something really bad. She's also there to kind of talk sense into Thierry if something happens around Lou and he kind of loses his shit. So, yeah, she's sort of a balancing. How would I describe her? I would describe her as a chef that is there to save the cafe. Yeah. If you get it. Because, like, out of the whole bunch, my original character is the only human one. Obviously the most vulnerable one, like, physically. Because, like, Lexi is a sort of a demon thing. Lou is a almost immortal underwater princess thing. Thierry is a god being. So, yeah, my original character is kind of the only mortal one. And, she kind of needs to survive the whole bunch, even though they don't want to hurt her. But you know how it happens when you have not superstitious, when you have characters that are part of superstition and part of the extraordinary world of non-humans, you tend to forget that mortality exists in the range, and you tend to imagine stuff and create stuff. Also, Maurie's there to control me in a sense, because my mind could go wild and I could forget that among all the rest of my original characters, I have myself as a character, and myself is mortal, is very breakable. in that way. So yeah, Maurie is our medium, is our control freak friend, I guess. See, I'm trying to conduct a friend group which not only has different kinds of immortal beings and mortal beings, but as well has all kinds of character types. To be fair, Maurie is one of the hardest characters for me, exactly because she's a combination of people in my life, and I need to sort of puzzle their reactions and make sense of a lot of things. But doing that also helps me understand the people in my life, and I find that extremely important. So for me, I usually create characters to be able to observe them in not fictional situations, but sort of simulations of real life shit. So I'm also able to better perform as a friend, I guess. And in a sense, get to know the real people better as well, because when you sort of analyze the reactions, you understand a lot about people, but you can't analyze and overanalyze the actual real life people reactions. That's a little bit creepy, actually a lot creepy. Yeah, and I don't want to be creepy. I love the people in my life, and that's why I'm creating characters based off them, of course. So yeah, that's a little bit about Maurie. She's to be fair, she's a weird one. She's a geeky one as well. At that part, for you to get a little bit of insight on her character, she's not very caring. Like, she cares as much as an angel can care, because it's that thing when they're all loving, but when you're all loving, you're not really loving. You get it? So she sort of has these warm, fuzzy feelings for everyone, but then you don't really differentiate, and that sort of makes you impartial and not unemotional, but like, if you love everyone equally, you can't really separate one from another, if you get it. So no one feels special. So Lou doesn't feel like she's closer to Maurie, okay? And Maurie doesn't really feel closer to, let's say, Lexi, and not to me or not to Lou. She feels equally close, which is both good and bad. But that's something, once again, that you will see probably in the comic pages that I am going to work on as soon as I finish recording this. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye. Anna's here. If you like those videos, make sure to like them. And if you find me entertaining, then definitely click subscribe. And from January, I'll be posting more helpful content, I guess, on freelancing and maybe even some vlogs. See ya!